Hey, I'm Neurosurgeon Kazu.
You're sitting at the dinner table. Suddenly, your hand goes completely limp. Your chopsticks clatter onto the plate. You stare at your hand for a second, flex your fingers, and the grip is back. You pick the chopsticks right back up. Or maybe you're mid-sentence and your words suddenly slur together into gibberish. Or a dark shadow, like a heavy curtain, drops over one of your eyes, only to clear up a few minutes later. When these terrifying moments pass, the immediate human reaction is overwhelming relief. You take a deep breath, blame it on exhaustion, and decide to just sleep it off. While you feel recovered, the mechanical failure that caused that momentary slip is still present, and it often marks the beginning of a rapidly narrowing window of safety. What you just experienced was a transient ischemic attack, commonly known as a mini-stroke. For those few minutes, a section of your brain was actively starved of oxygen, sitting just inches away from permanent cellular death. The clearing of your symptoms is a momentary reset, marking the start of a specific, high-risk window for your brain. Look at this cross-section of a blood vessel in the brain. A small physical blood clot has traveled up through the arteries and completely wedged itself into this pathway, instantly cutting off the flow of blood and oxygen. The moment that surrounding tissue goes dark, the physical symptoms hit. This is what triggers the classic stroke warning signs: one side of the face drooping, an arm going weak, or speech suddenly becoming difficult. But in the case of a TIA, you get an incredibly lucky biological break. Your body senses the sudden blockage and releases natural clot-busting enzymes. These enzymes rapidly shatter that specific clot, washing the debris away and allowing fresh blood to instantly flood back into the starved brain cells. Your speech returns. Your grip strength comes back. But feeling better is a purely mechanical illusion. That one isolated clot dissolved, but the underlying machinery that produced it is still completely broken. Your brain was just the victim. To find the actual culprit, we have to look at the rest of your circulatory system, where a dedicated clot factory is still actively manufacturing new threats. The first common source is right here in your neck, inside the carotid arteries. Over years, heavy, rough plaque builds up along these vessel walls, creating a brittle surface where blood cells snag and clump together. The second major source is an erratic heartbeat, a condition known as atrial fibrillation. Instead of pumping smoothly, the heart quivers. This allows blood to pool in the chambers and spin into large solid masses. Whichever factory is running, the statistical reality is severe. Up to 15% of people who survive a TIA will suffer a massive, permanent stroke within 3 months. This chart maps out that 3-month risk period. Notice how the data doesn't distribute evenly. The danger spikes massively right at the beginning. 50% of those devastating strokes hit within the very first 48 hours after the initial symptoms disappear. If your vision clears up at dinner and you decide to call your doctor tomorrow morning, you are taking a blind gamble. The highest statistical probability of a catastrophic event is tonight. This hidden timeline is why a temporary symptom creates a period of extreme vulnerability. You are effectively waiting for a second, larger clot to navigate the same path. A lot of people hesitate to dial emergency services because they feel completely fine. They worry about wasting paramedics' time or tying up a hospital bed for a symptom that already vanished. From the perspective of a neurosurgeon, receiving a TIA call is the absolute highest priority on the board. It is the rare, critical window where doctors actually have the chance to prevent a stroke entirely, rather than just manage lifelong paralysis. The moment you arrive, the detective work begins. Doctors use specialized MRI scans to hunt for invisible microdamage that standard scans miss, and they immediately deploy blood thinners to buy critical time. If the plaque in your neck is the culprit, surgeons can physically cut the artery open to clear the debris, or deploy a metal stent to press the plaque flat, carving out a wide, clean tunnel for blood to flow safely. If the heart is the issue, cardiologists can perform catheter ablations, neutralizing the specific rogue tissues causing the erratic heartbeat and shutting down the clot factory at the source. Modern medicine has the exact tools required to stop this 48-hour countdown. But none of those tools can help you if you rely on the illusion of recovery and choose to stay home. The most important rule you can memorize is this: physical symptoms disappearing never equals cured. A TIA serves as a final biological warning, offering a brief period where the outcome of a stroke is still within your control. Recognizing that warning and taking immediate emergency action is the single deciding factor between a tragic end and securing your future with your family.